Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Watch Me Get Better at Total War Warhammer 3. Today I am playing against Scully. This was just a quick match. We're not friends or anything, but I thought it was pretty cool that I was playing against somebody I've watched on YouTube before, and I was very nervous going into it. So, playing Dreadfleet against the Lizardmen, I knew that to expect a lot of big monsters, and be prepared for that. So my front line consists of deckhand mobs with polearms, the depth guard with polearms, the heroes. They are just great looking models. They will shred large units, and their stats are good enough that they can hold up against infantry. Another unit of the Bloody Reavers. Now this is the Regiment of Renown deckhand guard, depth guard rather. They are absolutely terrifying in melee. They are fantastic. I have another unit of deckhand with polearms in the front, more deckhand with polearms. I have a gunnery mob, just the basic pistol and sword variant, as part of my front line to shoot as they close in. Another gunnery mob with pistols as part of the front line. My plan was that if the Lizardmen just come charging into the front, this would be able to do some damage before they close, and they're not super expensive, so I don't care if I lose them directly. Handgun mob for armor piercing the back. Deck gunners, shield breaker. They are great, good range, lots of damage, and they punch through enemy shields no problem. Over here I have a carronade, already starting to shoot some shots. Shoot some shots in. Challenging to say. Do good damage, good against large. Very handy to have in a fight. 2 units of deck droppers, one with handguns, one with pistols. The pistol variant can shoot while it's moving, and the handguns do a ton of armor-piercing damage, so I wanted them to kill anything that was in the air. The pistols could shoot while they ran away, while the handguns moved into position to fire. And hiding in the woods over here, deckhand mob with polearms, with handguns in front, ready to shoot anything trying to come through the trees with these guys to back them up. Now, my opponent has Vanguard deployed me, with 2 units of chameleon skinks. These guys are so tough to deal with. They can shoot on the move in 360 angles, so they can just pepper whatever's coming at them with poison. It's just so hard to deal with if you don't have a cavalry, which Vampirates doesn't, because I don't bring any dogs. I don't want to see them die. It's too painful. I'd rather lose the fight. A salamander hunting pack. Now this is going to be murderous against my front line. Fire damage is great against zombies, and they can shoot from a range. They can handle themselves in a straight up fight. They are a great choice. And a whole front line of skinks over here. Star Chamber Guardians, the Regiment of Renowned Temple Guard. Terrifying. They will kill Noctilus if they get a hold of him. That is not a good place. I wish they had not come here. And over here, let's see, Saurus Warriors with shields, Saurus with shields, Saurus with shields. Oh, skinks. Finally, something that's not a giant dinosaur coming for my soul. In the back here, a skink Priest of Heavens. Great choice against vampires. Windblast alone will shatter my front line. This is the Regiment of Renown Red-Crested Skinks. They have a special ability, fight or die, too stubborn to die, something like that. When they will continue to take HP damage, but they won't lose any models. So they will just pop this ability, stand in the middle of a line, and it will be a murderous bloodbath. And over here, Red-Crested Skink Chief on a Stegodon. Yeah, Stegodon? No, that's a Stegodon. Great new Lord choice. I think they're pretty neat. Just chilling on his pimp mobile with a couple of guns out back. Very scary. Let's put it out of slow motion, see how this goes. So, my deck gunners are opening up against that Saurus Warriors. They do have shields, but the deck gunners can punch right through it. They are getting in range of these 2 here. My deck gunners flying in to open up. I'm going after the red-crested skinks. They might not be as big a threat, but they are not shielded, so my deck gunners can shoot in. Skinks going underneath them. These guys chasing down the skink priest. Should be a good fight there. The salamander hunting pack has closed in with my handgun mob. They are going to just tear those guys apart. I don't know if I lost sight of that or what, but the polearms are not moving up yet to support. That could be a big problem over there. Chameleons in the back shooting into my carronade. That is not good. Again, I don't know if I lost control or what, but I'm not reacting to that yet. That could be a big problem. Wind blast coming down as expected. Surprisingly little damage. I don't know if these guys are just too tough or what. My deckhands are closing in to the skink cohorts over here. Deckhands could probably take that fight. They are starting to lose leadership because everything in my army does cause fear. In the front there, that looks like a summoned deckhand mob fighting against the red-crested skinks. They've actually taken a lot of damage, but they are unbreakable. They're going to fight to the end. It's not great here. Noctilus. The skink priest. Looks like it came in to shut down the carronade, but Noctilus came in to fight that. That should do pretty well. That is a... whatever the lightning spell is. That can destroy the cannons themselves if they get hit, so it's a good thing that it missed. Count Noctilus moving in, another summons of zombies coming down to chase off these chameleon skinks. Not great in melee, but they don't need to be. They're supposed to shoot while they run. Okay, what's over here? My handguns are retreating. The Depth Guard with polearms moving in against the Star Chamber Guardians. That's not a good fight for the Depth Guard. They're going to lose that if they stick around. I am popping down an Invocation of the Heck to try to keep them going, but they're on their last legs already. Deckhand mob actually doing surprisingly well. Managed to chase off the skinks, but they are not going to win the fight against the Star Chamber Guardians either. Over here, the fight's going okay. Managed to pull this flank back. These units are breaking. The Bloody Reaver Depth Guard are pushing back these Saurus Warriors. They're about to break. Cohort of Sotek moving back in. They are unbreakable. I cannot scare them off the field. They don't care how spooky my boys are. They are just going to keep on killing. Carronade's down. I'm moving in. Oh, no, that's the Saurus Warriors moving in. Yeah, this cannon's done for. I just need to abandon ship there. These zombies still chasing off the chameleon skinks. Kind of a waste, they're not going to catch them, but it's a summoned unit. It's okay if that's what they spend their time doing. Over here, I'm starting to pull it back. I have enough assets over here to at least hold them in position, and the Umbral Hunting Pack is pretty much destroyed, but now the Red-Crested Skink Chief is here, and it is doing work. It is just shredding everything in front of it. Count Noctilus is having a terrible, terrible day. My deck droppers flying around having a grand old time. And here's a big mistake. I had these guys chasing off the Saurus Warriors, so they are way out of position now. They are not where they need to be. They need to get back in here and hold down this fight as long as I can. Deckhand mobs moving in to support regular Temple Guardians and Saurus Warriors fighting back to back against the tide of undead. And that is, I'm playing the Dreadfleet in this battle, but I do like the Lizardmen. So I'm okay that they're doing pretty well here. They look great doing it. Depth Guard running in, getting a side flanking charge, able to pin down these Saurus Warriors, but my backline is destroyed. It's a couple warriors rallying here and there. I may have lost... Nope, where's Noctilus? Noctilus is about to go down. He is heavily damaged. I'm trying to pull him back, get some heals off, and just shoot in. Luckily, he does have that cannon that can still do some work. These Umbral Hunting Pack... Oh, there's only one left. Poor Sally. All her friends died, she's running back to the forest. R.I.P. Oh, and there goes Noctilus. Fell off, bumped his head, he's down. And with that, the battle's pretty much sealed against me. That sort of map-wide leadership penalty for undead is just brutal. So over here, the deckhand mob with handguns is getting... Oh, yeah, okay, there they go. R.I.P. for them. I probably could have just called the battle here. I just didn't have enough assets on the field left to pull it back, but I have a thing against quitting early. I'd always rather play the game to the end just to see how much damage I could do. Maybe it comes from playing so much campaign, where even if I lose a fight, I can at least do some damage to make the next one easier. But these glowing Star Chamber Guardians charging down out of the forest, nothing I put up there stood a chance against them. They just ran right through it. Over here, the chameleon skinks are shooting in at the deck droppers. Let's see, who's down here? The Bloody Reaver Guard is actually doing pretty great. They're still holding the line against whatever the Lizardmen can throw at them. But I don't know how I like their chances against everything up there. But they'll give it a good old try. Over here, the deck droppers without handguns are about to crumble. Yeah, those blowpipes coming in are just too much for them. They're down. Handgun mobs are out of ammunition now. They're just going to go around chasing routing units, maybe trying to hit skirmishers. But that red chip, there's nothing. Oh, well, actually, these guys could do well enough against the red-crested skink chief if it sticks around and if it didn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other units to fight at the same time. These guys in a one-on-one environment actually like their odds against a skink chief on a stegodon. But the fight's pretty much gone. Army loss kicking in, and I have now lost. Oh, except for those. Oh, no, okay, now I've lost. So what I learned in this fight, the deckhand mobs with polearms, I generally like them a lot for frontline defense, but I didn't have any killing infantry to back it up. So those Star Chamber Guardians coming through the forest, there's just nothing I could do to stop them. Possibly if I had maybe a unit of deckhand mobs with polearms and depth guard, the standard anti-infantry variant, to back them up, they might have done all right. Other than that, I think a lot of it could have been fixed with some keeping track of my units better, not letting my units get way out of position, not sending in Noctilus to fight hand-to-hand when he is mounted on his Necrofex, possibly dropping one of the carronades and bringing a mortar for some anti-infantry, or maybe another unit of deck gunners. In either case, it did at least get the valiant defeat rather than the close defeats I'd been getting in all the games before this replay. So I do think I am improving. So good game to Scully if, however, you managed to see this. Look forward to playing you again, and that is all for today. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all later.